Here, your spiritual business success coach and your spiritual mentor. Thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for joining me live on Wednesday, where I go live on all my social media platforms and we talk about spiritual business and all things magical, witchy, and occult. So, thanks for joining me live. Some people are going to be hopping in. So, as soon as you hop in, I will say hello. How are you? We just got over a full moon, so I hope everybody had an awesome full moon. I planted some my seedlings for my vegetable garden for the full moon, and so I'm hoping to see how that turns out. I don't do really well with seedlings. I usually just buy plants and put them in the ground, but now that I have an actual garden, I'm super excited about that. So we're gonna see how the seedlings come out. So hopefully, Mom Gaia will bless me with abundance of fruits and vegetables and flowers. So yeah, it's about that time to start planning for sure, and planning at your garden, planning at your path. And speaking of that, so today's workshop is going to be about planning and writing compelling sales copy that sells. And I know a lot of you are like, "Oh my God, sales copy! I hate it." I hated it too. It's still not my favorite. Um, it takes me a while to actually sit down and tweak it and write it out. But I want to talk about some of the things that actually sell your program, your sessions. Um, there's a, what I would say, like a path, right? A map to how to sell compelling sales copy. You just don't throw stuff up there and hope that it sticks. You have to have strategy. There's an outline to it. There's things that need to be mapped out to it in order to get sales and people to purchase off your copy. And this is for people who really don't want to do a lot of live streaming. We have a lot of spiritual people who are very introverted, which is fine. That happens also. And they just want to just write stuff and do copy and sell programs and sessions and packages that way, which is fine. Um, but this will help you actually write. Sorry, I'm opening up something to drink. I just had my coffee for the morning. Um, but this is actually going to help you learn how to create copy either on its own or in combination of lives in our combination of copy and lives. So either way, right? Yeah, exactly. You just can't. I've seen, and it took me a while to learn this, um, and the steps that it takes to create copy. And a lot of people don't like copy. You can hire people to make copy and to do that for you, but they're going to know the difference between how you speak and how a copywriter does it. Trust me, I've done it. And they know that the difference between your tone, your verbiage, how you sound, and if someone else writes it. So if you can, I recommend that you write your copy yourself because it's your own personality. Yeah, hey April, how are you? Thanks for joining me today live. If you are catching the live, hit hashtag live. And if you're catching the replay, hit hashtag replay so I can go in there and comment and give you all kind of replay loves. I know that we go live in the middle of the day, so a lot of people will watch the replay instead of joining me live. So I want to make sure that I give you lots of replay love. So if you don't hit hashtag replay, then I can't give you a shout out, right? So how many here watching have a spiritual business or are healers, practitioners, and really want to go more online or a combination of online and in person? Yeah, I know you do. I know that you have one and you're working on creating that. Perfect. So let me get to my training that I have in here. Okay. So this is no particular order, and this is just 4 things that you should have in your copy. Now, I have a VIP day coming up. It is, well, 4-hour VIP business intensive, spiritual business intensive, where we talk about how to create your compelling sales copy, what needs to be in there. We talk about working and creating and crafting your packages, how to sell them, the strategy behind that. So in the 4-hour VIP session that we're going to be having on the new moon on the 20th, we are going to actually carve out your packages, your pricing, your strategy to sell these, get clients coming in, and actually talking about the copy. So that is coming up. So if this interests you, please purchase tickets to that, because I only have early bird pricing for the first 3 people, which is $333. After that, it's going to be going up to $444. And then at the $444 level, once those are taken, then you'll be up at the $555 level. So first, early bird pricing is $333 for the first 3 people. Then it's going to go up. So we talk about all of this. Yeah, it's a great deal. Yeah, you're going to be working with me one-on-one also. Well, in a group session 101. So we're going to go from crafting your offer to pricing it to selling it, strategy, how to get it out. We're going to be working on your copy, all of that. So I want to put that out there so you guys can grab it before this live ends, because once they're gone, then they're gone. And I'll drop in links also to that. So the first 4 things, and there's so many other things, but this will get you started. And we're going to learn how to tweak this too. I got hiccups now. How to create compelling copy that sells, because you want to make sure that your copy is kick-ass for sure. So the number one, and you want to tap into your clients' objections or pain points. And I know as healers, we're like, I do not want to tap into your pain points. I don't want to talk about the trauma. I don't want to talk about what's holding them back, or you don't want to talk about their blocks, or you don't want to talk about how stuck they are. You don't want to tap into the pain points, right? Well, as healers, that's who we work with. We work with people who need healing. We work with people who have been stuck in their life doing the same mundane thing over and over again. We work with healers who clients who need to release. We work with people who need to be healed. We work with people who want to, remove the blocks. They want to push forward. They've been stuck in their mundane muggle job or their horrible relationship, or they're not making any money, or whatever it is. These are the people that you want to be talking to, right? So tap into your clients' either objections or their pain points, for lack of a better word. Okay. Yes, exactly. Sometimes it's hard to use the verbiage pain points. But if you are here to heal your clients and your clients are struggling, so you have to actually talk about what they're struggling with, how to move them forward, how to release that. A lot of people don't want to talk about the shadow side. A lot of people don't want to talk about the elephant in the room. The elephant in the room is what we need to address as healers, as professional practitioners. And you want to bring that to the forefront so they know that, hey, I know you're dealing with this. Let's heal that wound, that mother-daughter wound, or that chakra wound, or that past life issue. So we can identify it, heal it, so that you can be the best authentic self that you can be, right? You cannot heal someone, help someone, unless you know what their pain points are, or unless you know what their objections are. All right. So number one, tap into your client's objections and pain points. Number two, Tell a relatable story. I know, sorry, y'all, I got hiccups. That you have a story that your client can relate to. You have been exactly where your client has been because you've done the healing yourself. You've done the shadow work, you've done the Reiki sessions, or you've done the tarot sessions, the astrology sessions, the hard work, because you know exactly where they were because you were in the same point that they were at. So if you tell a relatable story and you make your journey, this is what we call sales by storytelling, right? If you tell a relatable story and you bring them along the journey of where you were with them and how you can relate to their story, a bad relationship, a dead end job, struggling every single day, unhappiness, um, being pulled into, working with their higher self kind of thing, start a business, whatever it is. You've been there, you know what the struggles are. You've come out of that. And now you're on the other side of that. You are being thriving, you're prosperous, you're doing the work that you were meant to be doing. You're working with clients that need healing. You're making, money. You're doing the things that they wish that they could do, but they just don't know how to get there. So tell a relatable story. This is very compelling sales content. If you can get them to relate to you, to how you were in the same position that they were in, then they're going to buy because they're going to see you. Hey, man, she's out here doing the damn thing. I want to do the damn thing like she is, right? What are the steps that you had to do, and what were the struggles that you had to work with or deal with that got you to where you are now? So, relatable content is really powerful content. Okay, exactly. Yeah, I think that's you hit the nail on the head with that one too, Bethany. That they can't see or they don't know your story, and they want to be able to connect with you. And if there's no connection between your client and your energy, or the client and you, that energy exchange, then you're not gonna get that sales, right? For me, well, for an example, I could never relate to someone who's never struggled, either financially or physically. I would never, if I want to lose weight, for an example, which I'm working on my journey with that, I would never hire a weight loss coach who has never been overweight because they can't relate to what I'm going through. I would rather hire someone who has been successful in their weight loss than someone who has been physically fit their entire life, someone who's never struggled with being overweight, or anybody who has been on my journey, right? And come out positive on the other side, healed on the other side. They can't relate to me, they're not going to relate to me, right? So I would never hire a weight loss coach or a spiritual coach or that hasn't been where I have been. So you have to tell relatable stories. Thanks for sharing that. Correct. So here's number 3. Whew, gotta get my caffeine in today. Talk about your outcomes. And I'm going to be really honest with you. No one gives a shit about what modalities you have. Truth. They want to know the outcome. They want to know where they're at now and how you can get me to the other side. They don't care about what kind of, ship that you're going to get. They don't care what kind of modality you use. They don't care, and this is hard to hear, but I'm telling you the truth. They don't care about what goddesses you work with. They don't care about your magical method. They want to know about their outcomes. I don't care how you get me there. I just want to get there. Either, now here's another thing, either they want to take a luxury passage, right, the VIP that we talked about, or maybe they just want to take, their own path, right, their own pace, or maybe they want to take, different tiers of that boat passage, whatever it is. That's where you're going to have different tiers in your package, but we'll talk about that later. but they don't care about how you're going to get there. They just want to get there. They don't care about, Voxer. They don't care about how many sessions they have. You can talk about that, and you in the copy that in the VIP days, we are going to map this out. But if you sit there and say, "Oh, I'm going to tap into my higher self, into my goddess energy, and we're going to do all these crazy modalities and light worker language and blah 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 blah," that they're going to glass over and they're going to say zone out, and they're not going to purchase the program or the sessions because they don't know. You're speaking a different language to them, right? Like begets like. So if you talk to me about that stuff, I know exactly what you're talking about. If you're talking to another practitioner, they know exactly that we have certain languages that we know, right? But when you're talking to a client, they don't know your modalities. They don't know the specifics of it. They don't know that you have to do rituals. You have to get into headspace, how to tap into that. You're speaking a language that they know nothing about. This is completely foreign language to them, and it's not compelling them. You want to move them and compel them into making a change in their life. And talking about your modalities and what you do is not going to do that. You want to specifically talk about 3 of the outcomes that you will be getting, or that you can work with your clients, that you offer. All right. Talk about the outcomes of your sessions, your programs. Are you going to lose weight? Are you going to feel better? Are you going to be more aligned with yourself? Are you going to, get the first 3 clients or whatever it is? Are you going to, whatever it is, right? Are you going to actually get out there and do your first live? How can we move you from being fear based when going out in the universe and putting your things out there to being successful? How are you going to get there? This is really good when you want to do step by step. Take them through the outcomes. They don't give a shit about how you're going to get there. They don't give a crap about the modalities. They want to know about the outcomes. They're going to say, "What do I get in the program? What's the outcome? If I sign up with you to work with you, what are these outcomes?" Right? Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, thanks for joining us. How are you? Yeah. Outcomes. Those are going to be more compelling than any modality that you talk about. All right. And number 4, use power words. It is important that you choose wording and your copy for specific things. You want to move these people. And some of the examples of power words can be like accelerate, right? Brainstorm, or deciphered, or delivered, or um, endorsed, or drove, or identified, reached, or optimized. You want to use words that are powerful behind the meaning of those words, like shattered. Shatter that glass ceiling, or, shatter your negative belief systems. When you hear the word shattered, you mean like, "Oh man, I'm going to blow stuff up. Let's do it." Sorry, you can hear my dog bark. You got things moving in the right direction, sparked or amplified or simplified. Because a lot of us are like, if we're doing spiritual businesses, sorry, my dog's going crazy. Our maid's in there cleaning. So, um, you want to incite kind of like emotion behind your copy, because your clients are struggling with who they want to be, or they're stuck. So you want to invoke emotion in your copy. So agitate, like kind of like corruption, or crush. You want to crush the enemy, within yourself, or crush the imposter syndrome, or that kind of thing, right? So you want to use emotions and power words behind your copy. Bold is another one. Take a bold move in your life. Take a controversial step in your own healing, right? Let's get some eye-opening sessions going on so we can see what your blocks are. We can identify those and move forward. So you want to really add compelling words in your copy that are going to get people moving. This is why it's so important that you craft your offer, craft your your sales copy using powerful words that are going to get people moving, that are going to get people to take action and get people to hit that buy now button. Okay. So, number one, let's recap. Tap into your client's objections and pain points, right? Tell a relatable story. This is what we call storytelling copy. Talk about their outcomes that they are going to get when they purchase this package, this session, what this course with you. And use your power words in your copy. So those are the four things that you should start with when you are talking about compelling copy that sells. All right. So if this interests you, then I would actually purchase my VIP session that is coming up on the new moon, sorry. So this is about a group VIP for our spiritual business intensive. I have never offered this before. So this is, I'm sharing with you some of my secrets on how to sell, how to create your offers, how to package them, the strategy behind them, how to sell them, and a map and a plan on how to get these people into your programs. So if you're a healer, a light worker, a service-based spiritual entrepreneur struggling to get your business off the ground, if you're ready to stop what I call trading hours for dollars, if you're like, oh, I have a session for $100 an hour, right? And you want to make serious income and you're serious about doing this work, then you need to hop on this 4-hour VIP session, right? So if you want to work with your spiritual gifts and you want to heal more people, but you're like, I'm stuck. I don't know what my ideal clients are. I don't know what packages to offer. So if you're looking for clarity in your niche and your ideal client, if you want a step-by-step plan how to double your income or how to create income that sells, if you are healing and you need activation and clear information on your money blocks, we're going to work with those. You're going to get workbooks on PDFs on how to create all of these. You're going to create your offer. We're going to work on a spiritual business action plan, and we're going to do so much more in this. So by the time you are out of this 4-hour VIP intensive day with me, you will have a package plan, pricing plan, how to sell it, what your ideal client is, the copy behind it, and the strategy how to get these people in. You could actually spend time with me in this VIP day and create the next things and what you need to sell for the next 3 months, right? So that is coming up on the March 20th, right? For $333 for the first 3 people. And after that, it will go up to $444 for the next 3 people. And after that, it'll be up to $555 for the next 3 people. Okay. This is your early bird pricing. So if you are serious about taking your spiritual business to the next level, I've never offered this before. I sure as hell haven't offered this at this price before. So we're going to work on comprehensive business plan tailored to your modality, your business goals, supportive environment to learn and to grow, what your niche is, what your ideal client is, how to increase your income, tools to overcome fear and anxiety about running a spiritual business. We're going to work on all of that. So, sorry, hiccups. I encourage you to get your tickets. VIP sessions, right? VIP day, 4-hour VIP day, map it all out, and then you'll walk away with a strategic plan on your offers, how to sell them. For 333, that's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer. So I will drop the link below with all the information. Grab it before everybody else does. Once those spots are filled at the early bird pricing, then it's going to go up to 444. All right. And if you have any questions, let me know, and then we'll get you started. All right, everyone. Thanks for joining me live. And if you're watching the replay, thanks for catching the replay. Witch on, everyone, and we'll see you in the next training. Bye.